Welcome to the Explainer. Let me ask you guys something. Are you literally drowning in an endless sea of terminal windows? You know the feeling, trying to remember obscure command line flags while simultaneously juggling these massive, unwieldy compliance spreadsheets? If you're anywhere in IT or cybersecurity, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The everyday reality of managing scattered CLI tools and complex zero-trust frameworks, it can be completely overwhelming. I mean, it's pure chaos. But what if we could take all of that chaos and actually give it some structure?
Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're talking about transforming those disjointed, headache-inducing cybersecurity tasks into streamlined visual workflows. We're going to explore two incredibly powerful tools built specifically for defenders, LinCold, and yes, that is pronounced LinCold, and Zetat. Together, these two basically act as your ultimate command center. They bridge that massive gap between tactical, day-to-day system administration and high-level strategic security posture analysis.
So here's our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, the cybersecurity challenge. Number 2, introducing LinCold. Number 3, active security and simulation. 4, measuring zero-trust readiness. And 5, comprehensive tracking and reporting. Let's dive right in.
Now, before we get into the heavy tech, I want to give a quick shout out to the developers behind these solutions. Antibody Cyber Technology. You gotta love their mascot, a red ant sporting a very sharp top hat. This team is focused entirely on building tools that put control right back into the hands of security professionals, making sure everything is unified and super accessible.
Section 1. The Cybersecurity Management Challenge.
So the old way of system management, it's basically a completely disorganized toolbox. You're forced to memorize hundreds of CLI commands, you're constantly context switching, and you're just digging through walls of text output. It's exhausting. But the LinCold way, it completely flips the script. It gives you one highly intuitive graphical user interface that actively manages over 200 distinct tools. It literally takes the absolute raw power of the Linux terminal and wraps it up in a unified visual command center.
Which brings us to Section 2, introducing the LinCold dashboard.
Okay, so the Tools tab in LinCold is about to become your new best friend. It neatly organizes over 150 commands into 10 distinct categories. Whether you need to run a deep Linux security audit for Center for Internet Security Compliance, fire off a quick Nmap scan, or hunt for rootkits with check rootkit, it's all right there. And honestly, the best part? The live output streams directly into the interface. No more constantly tabbing out to different windows. Your diagnostics and your package management happen in one single unified pane of glass. But wait, LinCold isn't just stuck on your local machine. You can connect to your remote Linux servers via SSH straight from the dashboard. It seamlessly handles automatic sudo elevation for you, which is a huge time saver. And it really doesn't matter what flavor you're running: Debian, Ubuntu, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, CentOS, Fedora, Arch. LinCold speaks their language. It even extends over to Windows systems using PowerShell and remote management tools through its WinTools feature. It's an absolutely all-encompassing administration hub. Moving on to Section 3, active security and simulation.
Okay, 1921. Now that's not just some random statistic. That massive number represents the 1921 built-in abilities ready to be deployed for MITRE ATTM and adversary emulation right from LinCold. It is an incredible, ready-to-go arsenal for defenders who want to proactively test their own defenses against real-world attack behaviors.
So how do you actually deploy them in the real world? It's remarkably simple. LinCold gives you single-click access to 18 different cyber attack simulation platforms directly from its Sim Tools tab. You just launch Caldera, access its Magma Web UI with a single click, and immediately start deploying those MITRE ATT&CK and CK-based attack chains against your target agents. It also seamlessly integrates Infection Monkey for network breach simulation. Every single thing is operationalized and managed from one central spot.
And if we pivot over to the purely defensive side, the scanning is just as robust. Through LinCold, you can launch and manage the OpenVAS dashboard. Guys, we are talking about managing over 180,000 specific network vulnerability tests. You get immediate visibility into tasks, instantly broken down by severity class and completion status. It brings massive, enterprise-grade vulnerability scanning literally right to your fingertips.
All right, Section 4, measuring zero-trust readiness.
The crucial number here is 44. Enter Zetat, which stands for the Zero Trust Analyzer tool. Zetat is designed to map your entire organization's security posture against 44 distinct capabilities. These aren't just made up, they are outlined precisely in the NSA's Zero Trust Implementation Guidelines. Zetat takes this complex, massive government security framework and turns it into an actionable, bite-sized checklist.
And those 44 capabilities, they are spread across the 7 foundational pillars of Zero Trust: user, device, application and workload, data, network, automation, and visibility. Zeta ensures that absolutely every single aspect of your infrastructure is comprehensively assessed. It leaves 0 blind spots.
When you pull all this together, the Zeta dashboard gives you this immediate, visually striking overview of your maturity. You get an awesome radar chart and per-pillar bar charts that show you exactly where you stand. You can instantly see your overall score, how many capabilities are actually complete, and how many open gaps remain across the 3 implementation phases. And it's all instantaneous visibility. No annoying full-page reloads required. The workflow here is also incredibly intuitive. On the capability assessment side, you can assign owners, due dates, priorities, and set statuses like in progress or complete. And right alongside that is the gap analysis heat map. This brilliantly surfaces your problem areas visually. Anything red is not started, yellow is in progress, and green is complete. You instantly know if you have a giant cluster of red in your data pillar, well, that's exactly where your team needs to focus right now.
But Zeta goes even a step further with its technology mapping. The tool features a built-in catalog of 117 commercial and open-source tools taken directly from the NSA's Zero Trust Guideline catalog. You simply select the tools you've already deployed in your environment, things like Okta, CrowdStrike, or Azure AD, and map them directly to specific Zero Trust capabilities. It shows you your true coverage. It helps you realize if you're paying for redundant tools or if you have glaring technological gaps that need to be filled.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 5, Comprehensive Tracking and Reporting. Let's bounce back to LinCold for a second. LinCold utilizes a built-in AI reporting feature that is a massive, massive time saver. With one single click, it generates professional HTML security reports. So for example, if you run a scan, the AI automatically summarizes that it found, say, 5 open ports, assigns an overall risk rating of medium, and details exactly what was found, like an exposed SSH port or a Caldera listener. It literally turns raw data into actionable intelligence instantly.
And over on the Zeta side, the reporting is highly structured for compliance and executive review. Zeta lets you export your assessment into 4 formats: a full HTML report, a gap-focused report, a raw CSV for your own spreadsheets, and importantly, an executive summary perfectly tailored for your leadership briefings. Plus, it features snapshots. You can capture your maturity score at a specific point in time, let's call it a Q2 baseline, so you can clearly track and actually prove your progress quarter over quarter.
Which really brings us to the core philosophy of both of these tools. They are built for defenders to be your all-in-one security command center. LinCold and Zetat exist for one reason: to replace the sheer chaos of scattered tools, endless terminal tabs, and manual compliance tracking with a structured, unified, and highly visual control center, all while keeping your data local and secure.
So I leave you with this final thought. Are you going to keep drowning in that sea of terminal windows, struggling every day to maintain a cohesive view of your security posture? Or is it finally time to upgrade your workflow to a unified command center that actually works for you? The tools are out there, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this provided some serious clarity on how we can all streamline our defensive operations. Keep learning, keep building, and stay secure.